Hey gamers, we're back with another episode of Let's Create a Competitive Card Game, the Card Art Edition. In today's episode, we'll be taking a look at two new concept arts. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, so last episode we took a look at the second concept for Relic 21, and we also took a look at the initial concept for Talent 22. So the artist has went ahead and sent over two more concepts. And for Relic 21, I actually accepted that as the completed image, so I will not be going over that one today. So for this episode, we'll be taking a look at the Talent 22 second concept and also the initial concept for Talent 24. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so this was the initial concept for Talent 22. And the one that I did end up accepting was, or not accepting, the one that I told the artist to proceed with was the first one. And I really didn't like the second image. And for the third one, I liked it. The only issue I had was maybe her drawing the metal mill. However, it did not occur to me at the time that I could have just told her to, instead of making these metal, make them wooden. Now, I'm not sure how much that would fit into the image, especially with the stone here and sort of like the catacombs. I'd imagine this probably would be metal. So yeah, for the first image, I don't believe I really said what I would expect for the next image, but it is the same as usual. A bit more detail in the image. Something that I will be looking for is how sort of these angles stick out in the image, as this is a 2D image, but from the look of this should be drawn in a 3D way, as this here is the front of the house and this is the side of the house, and this circle should be drawn in a way that it looks like it's sort of coming out of the image. And by this circle I mean this mill here. So what we'll go ahead and do now is take a look at the second concept for Talent 22. Alright, so this is the second concept that she sent over, and it is a bit lacking in detail. And again, I have stated that I will accept them this way, and on the third concept, if it's not to my liking, I'll have her adjust the one that has the most detail. That way she's not doing too much, I guess too much in the beginning. She's more or less fixing the completed image. So from looking at this, this here, I don't think the top part of this really looks 3D. Actually, I'm not sure. This part up here looks a little bit off. Looks like the roof comes down and comes down again. So yeah, I'm gonna ask her to kind of fix that. Now this part here, this does look like it's facing the right way, and it does appear to be kind of 3D, I guess. The watermill, the watermill doesn't look bad actually. The only issue I have with this is this front part here. It looks a little bit weird, especially with the roof. I'm not quite sure what's going on with this, but other than this, there's really not much for me to, I guess, go over or kind of critique here. It's really just the drawing filled in with a little bit of color. Now, something I did notice is in the initial concept, it looked like there was maybe a tree under here. I didn't think the water would be this close, but it kind of makes sense as it is a watermill here, so the water should be flowing this way. I'm not sure in this image, it looks like it's sort of flowing this way. But anyway, I went ahead and told the artist to go ahead and proceed, just so I can see what she's going to do in the third concept, and from there, as I stated before, kind of correct her with that. So what I'll do now is, before showing the side-by-sides, I'll go ahead and show the initial concept for Talent 24. Alright, so this is the initial concept for Talent 24, and again, I did tell her that these were called ability cards, so she's putting ability on them. Their talent and skill cards make up the ability cards, so ignore the ability here. And also what I'll do is, as usual, I'll go ahead and post the link to the video where I went over the description for Talent 24. So as far as the art description, which I gave the artist for this card, it was just I wanted essentially a lightning bolt striking something, and I like all of these honestly. The one that I am going to accept is the third one. I really want to see what she's going to do with this image. Now, the first one, I think it's really cool. Lightning hitting the ground and chunks of it flying out. The squiggles here are a bit weird, but I guess it's lightning. See, this here in the third image looks like what you'd expect lightning to look like, where it arches out in multiple different ways. This here is a little bit odd, but that's not really the reason I didn't accept it. It looks a little bit plain to me. The second one, I like this. However, I don't like it more than I like the third one. I do like the idea behind the lightning striking this tower, and I'm not sure if the crack is going through the tower or if this is the lightning proceeding the entire way down. I like to think that the lightning is hitting this tower and it's cracking. That would actually be pretty cool. Now the one with the tree, it's lightning bolt hitting the tree. It's simple, but just the way it's drawn here, I'm really interested in seeing how the artist is going to complete this. So this is the one that I went ahead and told her to proceed with. So what I'll do now is I'll go ahead and show a side-by-side for Talent 22. Alright, so this is the side-by-side for Talent 22, and yeah, it honestly looks, it looks better, honestly. The second concept just completely looks better. It was hard to see the angles here, and yeah, see, there is a straight triangle here, so maybe it's just the coloring or the shading in here, but it looks like there's a line here, comes in and sort of comes out. It doesn't really look like this first one here. This looks pretty normal. This does not. If anything, I feel like the line should have came down and maybe come in this way and come out. Yeah, I'm gonna ask her about that. I don't know why, but this part here is really bugging me about this image. Yeah, other than that, I generally think this second concept just looks better. This tree here, I thought it was a tree. I'm guessing it's not. I don't know what exactly the squiggling was right here. However, I do like it here. Now, it's also interesting that water is going underneath this, as it looks like it's maybe built on some type of concrete as opposed to natural ground. That's interesting. Maybe there's poles under the water. But yeah, what I'm expecting from the third image would just be a little bit more, actually a lot more detail in the third concept. And from how she's done it up until now, I typically accept all of the third concepts, as she really turns it up a lot. And yeah, it's hard not being able to see it for you guys, but it really does look like completed art. So yeah, if you like these videos, be sure to like, subscribe, and all of that other good stuff. Thanks.